Hello again and welcome to the Armored Squad League tournament. I'm your caster Winterson, and today in the winners bracket we have Core versus Visions of Death, starting out on a striker versus striker layer on the beautiful Mutaha map. If you're new to ASL, type !ASL in chat for more information and a link to their Discord. Big shout out to today's ref Midina. I hope I said it right. I did my best. Refs are a huge help in every tournament, so special thanks to him. Starting out a little bit late today. That's because Core was missing about 2 people. I'm not sure if they filled in. I hope they did. It looks like they did just in time, so it will be a proper match. Obviously, they're taking all 3 of the strikers, and their goal is to get in the center. This is a 10-minute map or a match, and the middle point can be capped while inside of a vehicles at the 5-minute mark, so it's always a press to get there as fast as you can and have dominance over that center part of the map. Now, Visions of Death here, they're anticipating, they are drawing lines on the map. I'm pretty sure that's them on where exactly they plan to go. If they do decide to use command chat, we will be able to hear it. You cannot see the points, but I believe it's a small zone around this vehicle. What's interesting about this point specifically is it's not an actual bridge. And the fun part about it being an actual bridge is it's elevated, and you can't, you can see them from a large distance. This being on the ground and being covered really allows them to dominate this point, and they're flying straight in. Which, by the way, guys, if my mic is a little too quiet compared to the action, please let me know. I have been adjusting them, so I hope it sounds decent, but I am not sure. It looks like their engine off. They're dropping, I think, a scout. That's good. They're gonna hear them approach. I think we're gonna see the first bit of flavor here. Excellent. They wait till he turns. The front plate of the striker is generally impervious to any sort of 50 cal round, whether it be from the Russians' 12.7 by 108 or the American 12.7 by 99. And it looks like they're trying to get a flank. These side shots are really all they have to try to fight each other. And it looks like they're not able to see over the wall. So many particle effects. One vehicle bowed out just to take the damage. Now what they're doing is they're working on cracking that turret. Cap zone will be capable in about 2 minutes. Still trying to make a flank. He was attempting to. He's going to put his front hull that way, angled hull. They can also pop some tires, but it doesn't look to be what they're doing. Oh, a great side shot over here. They're just bouncing off each other's hulls, and they have no idea that they're doing it. That's the hard thing about these strikers. Destroyed. Point should be capable in exactly a minute. This is the final vehicle. 2 vehicles are popped. Now all they have to do is bulldog rush this 1 vehicle. I believe the turret component on this vehicle is destroyed, and it cannot rotate. Yep, it cannot. So they have cracked that X. Oh, and he cracked the repairman. He's getting a side shot on it. But they might be going for a cap. They have to get that 3rd vehicle operational. Vehicle is in cap alive in 30 seconds. That turret component is damaged, and they will get the pincer on him. They're really trying to chase down that vehicle just to get 1 destroyed. I'm curious because I believe the turret component is disabled on this vehicle 3. And that's a burnout or via destruction. The vehicle's got to blow up for it to be counted as a vehicle destruction. There it is. They get 1 destruction, but it's not going to matter. The flag is capable. And that turret component is destroyed, so he's rotating the best he can. They're going to get the cap. And that's it there. Moving on to the 1/6 time. And we'll be back momentarily. Welcome back to the 2nd round in the Armor Squad League tournament. Last match was a victory for Visions of Death, and we were following them. We're now going to follow Core in this match. It is a striker versus striker match on Mutaha, and if you watch the last match, you'll realize that the front glacis of the striker cannot be penetrated by the US's 50 cal. So the main thing that they go for is turret component. proximate damage to destroy the turret ring so they can't rotate. Obviously, that's a very valid tactic, but I think this is one of the most interesting fights that you're going to watch in the Armored Squad League tournament, mostly because it requires actual tactics. You can't just battle it out. You can't just fight. You really have to have a plan when things go wrong. And I think Visions of Death kind of showed what exactly you need to plan in that situation. They had people out repairing, trying to get the turret movement back up. But it, I wouldn't say it went downhill quick. It went down. It was, I think it was a clean victory for sure. Interesting. We see Visions of Death using the alleyways. They don't see each other, and I'm not sure if they're within the cap zone there. They may be, which would be the dirtiest thing. Obviously, they have one vehicle down the road. That smoke's not going to last long enough for him to get away properly. He is going to engine smoke it. You do see that beautiful volumetric smoke, but ooh! I think he tried to lead him away, but the smoke just didn't happen fast enough. Vehicles are now moving. Gonna start rotating. One vehicle makes the cross. That vehicle is pretty much stuck in the corner. Not sure what type of sight he has. He really should try to go for that hull damage. Really stop all the turret-on-turret violence. Vehicles just bulldog straight through. I believe they're confident that some of those turrets are cracked. Get real laggy there. Oh no! Safest spot he could be. For some reason, the gunner demo is just blasting the Burn Glaciers. I don't know why he's doing it. Probably because it's his turret's cracked. I thought it really can be. Point will be capturable in 1 minute 30. Oh my. Trying to get that destruction. They weren't. That is a victory for Core. And we'll go to the halftime or the 1/6 time, whatever you want to call it. Back momentarily, guys. Welcome back to round 3 in the Armor Squad League tournament. We are, of course, on a BMP2 layer on the very beautiful and detailed Fallujah. How's it look? It's going to be interesting. We have guided missiles this time. The range difference can really matter. Getting up close isn't going to matter too much. They're definitely going to want to, it's tough to say. They want to get close, but there's no real reason to get close. In fact, you'll have better accuracy with that missile at a distance. So we'll have to see kind of what their plan is or what their play is, because it doesn't look great, but we gonna see. And you'll notice that there's 2 vehicles instead of 3. And they'll be fighting over train station, which again isn't a bridge but a ground area. So if they can find a way to get over there without exposing themselves or being too high, it'd be beneficial of them. But at the same time, you're gonna want to see these guys get elevated. Really not sure where that missile was meant to go. There's no way he could have seen it. There's already vehicles in close proximity. They're covering different areas. The scouts are out right now. Of course, they can hear them coming up. Now, this is one of the fun tactics of this tournament, is because there isn't that third vehicle, the spare team can now be used as scouts, which can essentially go ahead and spot the targets for them, or at least that's the tactic that they use them. They also could be kept in a reserve to repair a forward vehicle, but in this situation, that's not, I don't think that's viable. And here we see that beautiful, oh no, poor Ascan. See that beautiful scouter action. So they actually have no weapons. They cannot do anything but repair. So it's always pretty funny when 2 scouters see each other. They're throwing smokes at each other. They do see the second vehicle, so he calls it out and he's gonna get him in position. His BMP is lying there waiting. 2 minutes 30 to see the next. Another scout goes down, but he does expose his position in that way. That's okay. I believe he did see it. I'm not sure where they thought that was coming from. I did hear the crack of a missile, and it missed. So they know he's in a spicy location. That's a vehicle destroyed right here. He's gonna have to get one of the scouts or get his driver to get out there and repair. Driver dismounts. He's gonna look for the second vehicle. He's not gonna have eyes whatsoever. Jumbo's gonna do what he can. He's the last remaining scout. He does spot exactly where that vehicle is. And he's about to get pincered, so he has to move. He moves tight to the wall so he can't be seen over. He's dropping the smoke. Point will be capable in 1 minute. I think he's going for the gap. No gap here. And he stops. Oh, man. Scout almost went down. Damage. What's the play? Which way is he facing? He's facing hull front. He's got his ears on. He knows exactly where to look. That's a tough press. I think he checks for repair. But he's sitting there. 15 seconds at that point will be capable. All core has to do is sit right there. But it's 2 against 1, and all scouts are down. I think there is 1 scout. There he is. Warhammer. Essential flag can be capped and is being capped. And it looks like a very second scout down. A very anticlimactic ending to this match. You know, I don't know if I like this this map. I don't know if I like that as the main point. Alright guys, that's a victory for core. We're gonna switch it over to the halftime, and we'll be back momentarily. And we're back for the second round out of 6, or actually the second round of the IFV layer. This is currently the 4th round out of 6. We're following VOD now. They did lose the previous match to core. Current score 2-1 with core in the lead. Match should be starting soon. Now you'll notice, as I've said last time, that this isn't a bridge. This is not an exposed position. It's very down low. These vehicles can get close, but they do suffer from the inability to fire those rockets at close range. There is a arming distance to them, and on top of that, there's a little bit of accuracy loss. Not so much compared to the BMP-1, but it's definitely not as stable as the Bradley. Now they choose a different tactic this time, or at least Core does, because he's staying high on the bridge, and he's going to be able to see these guys come in if they ever poke their head out. One vehicle swings wide to cover the flank. That's good. This might be a little bit of a detriment to the VOD guys who are coming up here. We see that BMP in line, waiting, ready. Engine off to hear anyone moving forward. Scout dismounts. He's trying to get that angle. I don't think it's gonna work for him though. One of the core vehicles already on point. Scout very forward. For some reason, the isn't moving forward. With a crossfire on a core scout. Where's the second? Oh, there he is. They really got to get up in there and use cover. Core vehicle making a push. Vision's already. He's hurt pretty bad. One missile will finish him off. He pops that radio smoke. Excellent. You can't see him. Best bet is to get into a hold down position, which he is. Almost takes out the scout. One of VOD scouts down. Unfortunate. He got messed up there. He is scared. The second VOD scout is down, or correction, a core scout is down. They have no scouts right now. They can move freely around the map. When you're inside one of those armored vehicles in the game squad, you really don't hear armored vehicles that well. That is a real thing, not a fake thing. See some smoke being deployed. They should be able to move up. Looks like they're slightly moving together, but they're gonna find that one core vehicle is in a relatively hull down position. Is it a good hull down position? Well, let's take a look. It looks like, yeah, this is actually pretty decent for a hull down position. Only for that opening, which they're staring at. Oh no, the scout crosses and hits the wall? Oh my god, why did you not? Hey, the missile! It does, wow! I'm pretty sure that should have missed. There's no way. We all saw it go up into the air right before it impacted. That was a great push by Visions of Death. Cap zone will be capable in 45 seconds. They hear the vehicle. Both guns are pointed in that direction. They will do this to get in a hold down position. Both scouts of both teams are down. You see that sick drift. Now with this 2v1 situation, the best bet for Visions would be to ooh, second one. Victory for Visions of Death, tying it up at the fourth round. Yes, I believe it is the fourth round. Moving on to the MBT layer next, and we'll be back very shortly. Welcome back, everyone, to the Armor Squad League Tournament, round 5 out of 6. This is the first MBT layer. Obviously, we're messing around with the T62, one of my favorite MBTs in the game, on Anvil, of all places. This layer is interesting. I definitely wouldn't say it's the best layer for these vehicles, but props to them. Ultimately losing that match, but it was a nice play. And once again, for the third time, this is not a bridge. I keep mentioning the fact that there's bridges. They're GTA speed boosting. If you've never played the game Theft Auto, it's kind of a joke within the game. If you turn the tank turret backwards and shoot, it actually works this way. It gives you a little bit of a speed boost. Is it gonna work? I don't know. I've never tried this, but I'll be honest. Has already dropped both of their scouts, interestingly enough. Although it does look like they have a slight advantage to getting to the point. Yeah, they're right up here. They're all ready to go. Scouts for VOD are not dropped yet. Ooh, and a first shot trade. Shot bounced. VOD's looking good. This was some good luck here. Both the tanks are together, but Core has advantage because they are on the point. They are able to. I think they finally saw him. No, I'm not sure. They definitely have to scout through the trees. Ooh, I think that was a through. Yeah, that was a through. I hate to see it. But he did expose his position now. Smokes now with a miss. He gets ran over. Ooh. Oh, he's stuck under now. One vehicle wrecked. A beautiful display. One vehicle very damaged. There's the pop. Excellent part. VOD final match momentarily. And we're back for the final match in the Armored Squad tournament. For more information, type !ASL in chat. Once again, this is the T62s on Anvil, and apparently Visions of Death is winning. They're up by 1 point against Core. It's a 2-3 score, and this is the final match at the end of the tie. But it won't really be a tie. It just means that the end card can take it out for a little left to see exactly what. Now, I could be wrong, and I'm not sure, but I think this may be the final match westernmost spawn has the advantage, for sure. Scouts, Visions of Death, you'll notice doesn't drop their scouts as quick as or as soon as Core does. Core really drops and tries to utilize them to figure out where the enemy team is. So far, I've only seen one team not go directly to the point in all of the matches that I've covered. Looks like they're gonna let their scouts do their thing and really just hold this angle here. Both of VOD's engines are off. Core trying to crawl to get into a position. They're really using their scouts here. It might be a crazy idea, but if the scouts kind of just went center and threw smokes, that'd probably be like one of the biggest plays, which isn't saying much. Jumbo sees the enemy tanks, I believe. Not sure if he did. Oh, he definitely sees him. He's calling them out. They're both engines off. There's a lot of pressure on both of these teams right now. This can make or break the final. Moving slow. About 1 minute until the zone is capable. They have 1 minute to make a play happen, and I'm not sure if this is the play. They should have thought about doing something this a little bit earlier when they had more time, but the issue with this is that now Visions of Death has the cap zone perfectly capable with no real resistance. I see what they are trying to do for this flank. Oh yeah, they're being spotted. They back up to receive that tank, but he doesn't go for it. I'm curious on where the second scout is for Visions of Death, or for Core, correction. They don't actually see him. That smoke is in a pretty good spot. Moving up, they're moving slow, they don't see each other. Bushes, they are in the cap zone right now. They don't see the second tank. Both are tracked. Ooh, they can do a through and through. They can damage both vehicles. Oh, and there it is, see both vehicles. Central is now capable. It is being capped by Core. One vehicle is down from Visions of Death. It should not line up like that. One vehicle's on racked and is on bleed out. That's what a vehicle looks like when it is on bleed out. Bleeds fire. Our vehicle's fired. Confer with the judges and we'll figure out the victor for this match, but this does tie it up. We'll be back and I'll announce the winner as soon as I... All right, we do have our winner. Who's it gonna be? Let's see if I click the right one. And it's Core. Congratulations to Core. They move on to the final round. It came down. They had the same vehicle destructions per team, but it came down to the points captured. And Core had 2 more points captured than Visions of Death. So F in chat to our Visions of Death guys. Core moves on to the final round. Congrats to them. And hey, if you like what you saw, give me a follow. If you didn't like it, unfollow. We don't need you here. I'm just kidding. You can stay here as long as you want. And I will see you guys next weekend. Once again, I'm Winter Sin, your caster. Shout out to Middelmel, which I'm sure I butchered. He was our ref. And I'll see you guys next weekend for some more armor on armor action. Take care, guys.